Hello, everybody. Laura Eisenhower here. I'm here with the epic and amazing Patty Greer. We've been friends for a long time. We've been navigating some very incredible things for a long time in this disclosure, ascension window period. Patty's been through a lot, so have I, and we've remained tight, really just connected on a really deep level. And some of the medicines and important products that have helped us to survive all sorts of incredible attacks and insanity. We just have each other's back and support each other. And Patty has helped me to get in touch with some things to help me to overcome some stuff, because she had to overcome a lot of stuff. And that's going to be later in our conversation. But what we're really talking about is like the insanity of the what makes a person really get discombobulated or thrown off balance. Not some outer virus so much as just betrayals or people that aren't in integrity, that you don't know who's who or who's your real friend, or people that are using you or leveraging you. I mean, it's just like, it's been kind of like a interesting thing to navigate. So take it away, Patty. Great to be with you.
You too. And I remember in the beginning of our friendship, we were at East City Ranch. And we were with Jim Mars, who has passed. We were with that amazing guy that knew a lot about the financial reset, and they locked him up. But
Oh gosh, oh, the name's right there. Oh,
I know I couldn't remember it after I opened the door, but what an amazing person. So you and I have been exposers, whistleblowers of reality. I mean, all the people that are criminals in my life that I've mentioned or pointed to, and then you get an NDA because they don't want to be on. And it's such an interesting thing to realize how many icky people you come across when you get into the field of telling the truth in times of universal deceit. And I think that what I've seen, because I watched, oh God, I'm going to admit it, I watched congressional hearings a lot. I watch chunks and bits where the title says something where I'm going, well, it's about friggin' time. And there's so many to pick from, because the criminal behavior of our leaders has just been so stunning. And now all the last presidents have stash after stash after stash of documents, and they're all going, hey, look over there. But it's them. It's absolutely them and their families being despicable. And as society watches leaders, and I say that because it's just a circus clown show that I'm watching. I don't know about your paradigm, which I feel like, what planet are we on anymore? Where left is right and up is down and yes is no, and shut the frick up. Don't you feel like the stuck on stupid nature of society agreeing on CRT is like CMT, with a U in there? It's like, stop it. Does it make you nuts, like watching the unreality reality?
it doesn't make me nuts. Yeah, I'm certified like batshit crazy nuts. I can't believe it. It's like, I just thought that I'm just blown away how many people fell for it, and how many psyops does it take? Oh my God, it reminds me of the 70s commercial with the owl. Like, how many licks does it take to get the owl, the Tootsie Roll Pop? It's like, seriously, like 9/11, folks. That should have been enough to just open up your eyes. Prophecies that, we don't need to attach ourselves to, as far as like getting stuck in a belief system about when something's supposed to happen, some event. But the 2012 window period was a time of great awakening. And then boom, after 2012, around 2014, 15, moving into 2019 with the pandemic, it's just like, boom, it just got reinverted all over again. And the amount of people that have fallen for this is just like, seriously, what in the F happened here? It blows my mind every day. And it really does. So self-preservation and just taking care of the self and doing what you can with what you got. And I'm still in service completely and totally to humanity, but the immaturity, the people falling prey for this kind of stuff, it's just like, wow. It has a lot to do with Chiron, the wounded healer, right? When people can't process wounds and trauma, or go through the ego death, and they're just revolting against it, like, oh, and there's no humility. It's amazing how much the backlash falls upon the ones that are here to hold the sacred flame of compassion and understanding and medicine and truth. Not truth as in, oh, I have all the answers. No, but truth as in, I'm true to myself, and I'm here to help you to be true to you, so that we can all come together in unity consciousness and help each other to restore the divine template of our DNA, which is connected to higher harmonic universes. And it's all based on integration of polarity. The amount of projections, the amount of judgments, the amount of like everybody spewing their pea soup exorcism fucking crap because they can't handle the deprogramming and awakening process is really like disregarding the ones that really have your back and have the unconditional love to support you in these times. And it's just like, yeah, it's like, got my shit show umbrella on. And it's just like, yeah, some days it's just like, yeah, I'm not going to call 911 as in 9/11. Oh, 911, right? No. When the system fails you, when people fail you, what are you left with? You have to fall back on yourself and realize you are your own healer. You're your own creative manifester of your future. You're your own judge, your own politician. Whatever about this outer world, it's failing you for a reason, so that you can wake up and realize that you have everything you could possibly need within yourself. So the ones like Patty out there in the world, and myself and others, people that are just really, just doing our best to just stay authentic and just like connect dots and navigate this madness, you're kind of missing out if you're just over there and distracted over there and just, not realizing like, no, we're not victims, but we've been very mistreated. And, it's time to like really reevaluate like what you're investing your energy and time into, because if you let your creative channels get infected, then you are participating and enabling an artificial timeline and a trajectory of the human race that, you really want that on your consciousness, just because you're afraid you won't get that paycheck. You're afraid of what other people might think of you. It's time to be brave. It's time to just like, and the people that don't understand, they're just like in their ego projections on you, playing with your self-esteem, trying to make you feel small, or just like the school systems do. It's like, oh, that advanced child. Yeah, put him on Ritalin. Can't sit still in class. Can't be controlled. It's like, come on. Haven't we learned anything in this human history? It's like, I can't believe that this is where we are, 2023. Take it away, Patty. What are your thoughts?
2023, my word of the year is discernment, which you just talked about. Why, how, if we need discernment, because what I was leading up to with the politicians misbehaving and being a bunch of, many of them disintegral individuals. When I watch all the congressional hearings and I think of the history and I look at how old and smelly they must be, and I think, my God, how many decades have you been in there doing nothing good for the people, taking tons of money and demanding this debt ceiling go up, 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 up? Why don't we just take away your access to the money and watch the expenses go down, 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 down? What I'm seeing, though, is how this is played out in my life with people I know. And it's also playing out in your life, because I see you post on Facebook all the time how disappointed you are in this person who seemed so incredible when they came in and they offered and loved and were so sharing. And then they just turned like a viper. And it was like, wait, what happened? I know a man who was in love with this and she just turned. And so we're in this era now, 2022, 2023, with a lot of directed energy. Or shall we say, what are they calling it? Directed evolution now? Okay, bad joke, PFIZ. You know, I don't want to go there, but we're in a time of absolute crazy. And so as we see our medical politicians tell us to, God forbid, put the mask back on and put it up maybe over our eyes now so that we see no evil also, and we really feel enslaved. I mean, come on. So I think that discernment's going to be so important, which is we need to know what feels right. And like you were saying, it's an inside job. But I know that I've been shocked by people that I know, people that I've known for years. When all of a sudden money comes up, they will whore out. People I thought had integrity. But as I look back, I think, oh God, yeah, there were a lot of really bad moments where I knew this person, where I should have maybe gotten a red flag clue half a dozen times, half a dozen abortions. It's like, ew, I'm sorry, why don't you have discernment? Why don't you start being respectful of yourself? But I just watch. I have to watch and be silent. But it was that person that all of a sudden went full demon. And somebody else that I trusted, full demon. And so I'm watching people just shift and change in an instant because money makes people crazy. People that have never had access, perhaps, to enough. But what's enough? Ask Nancy Pelosi. Never enough.
Yeah, I don't quite get that realm. I think people think, oh, in Eisenhower bloodline, or that, oh, because he was the general of the Second World War and he was president, that I must be like, I must have a lot of money. No. Okay. It's so weird to be in this position because the lineage of the Eisenhowers is a bunch of poor farmers, right? There's no trust funds. The land of the Gettysburg Farm and anything that was left turned into a museum, and it was taken over by the state parks, and something that, like, yeah, we could come visit. It's like, oh, we'll give you a special tour of like where you used to sleep. And I remember like going to the Gettysburg Farm, and Mamie was on her deathbed when I was a little kid. And that was when it was a house. That was when it was our family house. Now, when we go back to the Gettysburg Farm, it's like, no, we need to be escorted in because it's a museum now. Like, nobody inherited nothing. Eisenhower didn't sell us out. There's no bankster connections. There's no trust funds. So, and that's the true nature of this lineage. It's just, we're a bunch of, and I don't want to say poor, but like abundant, like folks that are really connected to the earth. And the obsession people have with money is the false light ego thing of that makes me powerful. And what about the power of integrity? What about the power of truth? What about the power of justice? What about the power of loving Mother Earth and loving humans and loving humanity and wanting everybody to be happy, taken care of, fed, clothed? I mean, Eisenhower had some of the best quotes, and he, set up some of the most important things in this human history. And all I've witnessed in the last 10 years of being a public person is being inundated with false narratives, bullshit, lies, and artificial scenarios that are trying to paint him and myself as being the bad guys. So they tried to drag me off to go to Mars because they didn't want me to sit here on this planet and speak the truth. And you know what? People don't want to hear it. You know why? They want to hate people like you and me. Like, it's more comfortable for them. It's like an addiction to the matrix. It's like, oh yeah, the antidote. Yeah. What? Yeah, that's the problem. No, the lack of respect, the lack of understanding of like what the truth really is. It's just like, which I've been trying to preserve, and so have you. And people just shitting on it and just like believing in just like the false medicine. It's like, oh yeah, that's really gonna solve that. It's like you're reading inverted history books. Same with religious texts and ancient texts that have been distorted. It's like Where's your intuition? You don't see the psyops, the mind control, the social engineering, and how they've distorted everything in order to create belief systems that will make you literally cast those that are the real deal as the fucking problem. And it's very disappointing that so many people are still buying into it.
Yeah, well, people even say bad things about the Kennedy family, and
Well,
they're
the
the
Kennedys,
least
okay,
bad.
Eisenhower briefed the Kennedys. Kennedy is connected to the Illuminati.
They're all.
Eisenhower's aren't. Kennedy woke up because he was briefed and did not want to play their game. They killed him because he broke the oath of something Illuminati, which Eisenhower's are not Illuminati. They've been trying to take down the Draco Alliance.
Can you imagine how many people?
But everybody's focused on Trump and Kennedy's. It's like, it's like, I'm over here just like, Eisenhower had a connection with Valor, turning him to the Guardians, set up the Earth Alliance and the original White Hats, the ICC, MC, special unit of the military, all the positive stuff, right? And it's just like, yeah, too many projections, too many people distracted. And it's just like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Sorry, but go ahead.
It's all good. It must be what brought us together is that my work lately in the last 10, 15 years has also been to honor the earth, to work with the mother, the true mother, and to really deliver the information on how we can work with the earth and the earth energies through crop circle technologies. I brought that in 8 movies, and then I got hurt, silenced, sued, and then poisoned with uranium. It's like, oh, you're welcome.
I know. I got drugged, followed, thrown in a prison cell, and everybody's just like, oh, Laura, just drink it. It's just like, you know what? What are we in service to, Patty? What kind of humanity are we in service to like have to endure this level of treatment of people that don't understand?